I found 2 cases of impersonating cops who couldn't escape the law. Starting with our first case, an impersonating cop helps the Miami Police Department arrest himself. On January 16, 2022 at 7:37 p.m., officers from the Miami Police Department were working in between 7th Street and 43rd Avenue Southwest when a man asked if they needed any help. The man, 36-year-old Louis Lugo, claims to be a security officer who installs lights, custom rims, and other vehicle modifications for police officers and other customers as a side gig. Lugo tries to show his Instagram as proof.
I just wanted to show you guys. I don't know if you guys were hearing, but this is my Instagram here.
Okay, that's fine. You can show us later.
But the officers aren't believing the lies. Notice how Lugo is wearing a duty belt with a thin blue lined sweatshirt. Neither are inherently illegal, but his outfit and behavior lead the officers to believe that he might be a police impersonator. These signs give the officers probable cause to search Lugo, starting with his duty belt.
We need you to take off the gun.
Well, I don't have no weapon on me.
It's clear that Lugo is trying to hide something.
He's gonna pat you down, make sure you don't have anything on you, okay?
He tries to retreat to his vehicle to take off the duty belt, but the officers remind him that they need to see.
Don't go back in the car. Take off the duty belt.
Here,
Okay.
I'll take this one.
Just make sure you're disarmed and you don't have anything else on you.
I understand.
Go from there.
Lugo unloads the equipment and places it onto the hood of this police car.
Can I put it on my hood better? I don't want to put it on.
No, we'll move it over there.
Oh, no, okay?
Go.
The officers confirm their suspicions as soon as they see Lugo's duty belt. Notice it has a phony police badge attached. But it gets even worse as the officer checks Lugo's pockets.
Turn around. Stop here. You have anything else on you? I'm gonna ask you once.
I might have a pocket knife.
Where?
If you don't feel it on the borders of either pockets, then I don't have it on me. It will be there. No.
Is it cool if I go into your pockets?
Sorry?
Is it cool if I go into your pockets?
Yeah.
You have anything that can pinch me,
No,
poke me?
sir.
Okay.
I would never set you up like that.
Watch out, there's a round. Is your wallet? That's it?
While the officer only found a pocket knife and wallet in Lugo's pockets, enough evidence has been found for the real investigation to begin.
That's my license, and that's my old ID that since I went around so long with an ID and no license, I decided I want to keep it.
Now they can use the fake police badge and any phony IDs to prove that Lugo is a police impersonator. They start by checking Lugo's duty belt for any illicit gear and find more than they expected. Lugo's duty belt is packed with police equipment, including handcuffs, a radio, an ASP baton, a Glock 22, firearm magazines, and a flashlight. It's obviously meant to resemble a standard police duty belt. To check the legitimacy of his firearms, one officer goes back to her cruiser to run Lugo's ID. In the meantime, the other officers on scene look at Lugo's white SUV Ford Explorer, and they notice a few suspicious details. First, Lugo's car has lights that can flash red and blue.
So you see when you guys turned on the red and blues, so those are basically the options that I have.
For all the lights for you and stuff.
That I pretty much, that's my car, and I pretty much forgot that I had it like that because it literally has different setups. Like I've done that on a private property, and it has like different options for colors. This is an install I did, and I've also done police vehicles as well. For example, if I go work on a car like I've done for DV units out of county, out of headquarters, I can sit there and say, well, if you want extra lights, this is what I can offer you. And then the same lights that I use for security, I can demo it to you. And, you know, maybe you can profit from it, or me as a business, you know, future, you know, big business owner or whatever, you know, can probably profit from it too.
Lugo claims that these are just for business, but he's forgetting an important detail. Florida Statute 316.2397 prohibits showing or displaying blue lights on any vehicle or equipment that isn't a police vehicle. Demoing the lights isn't legal, so he's already admitted wrongdoing.
I know what it seems like, but I can promise you it's not that, because I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I've been clean for 2 years, and trust me, Metro West wasn't for me, because it's not nice. Family hurts, I hurt.
Notice how he mentions, "I've been clean for 2 years." This statement implies he's done this before. But there's a concerning piece of evidence: a cage in the back of his vehicle.
You don't need a cage.
I haven't gotten a chance to that yet, to be honest. I bought the car with it, and I haven't gotten a chance to it. The rear partition, I got it, because it had actually one to the trunk as well, to divide the backseat from the trunk. I was able to get that one out, but that one I didn't get to.
Lugo insists it's an old item he simply forgot to remove. But this explanation raises more questions than it answers.
I understand the lights, that's fine. You gotta do your light setup, that's straight, no problem. But even if that means like moving the push bar, changing the rims, it's the little things that will never
That's
have
how
this
I
happen.
actually had it recently with those.
Yeah.
Just because it blended in better and it didn't stand out so much as a cop car. So
Yeah.
I actually borrowed them from a car that I was working on.
And just in time, the officer running Lugo's ID finds the real explanation for Lugo's forgetfulness.
Sir, get your hands in your pocket. Put your hands behind your back for me.
Sure.
I got you, man.
I'm gonna talk to you now. I'm gonna explain your rights. Can you hold this for a second? I'm gonna explain to you why you're being arrested. We'll talk about it in my car, okay? Did you guys ask him if he's been arrested before?
He said he had a criminal history and asked me
Okay, so you didn't tell them the full truth, did you? No. That you've been arrested before for impersonating police
He
officers?
kind of mentioned that slightly when he says he's not trying to do that yet.
Okay.
I was arrested when I was 16, 17 for impersonating.
Did you tell her you had
When I was a
13
juvenile.
felonies? Did you tell her you had 13 felonies?
I did state that I had multiple felonies for driving.
So you're
Yes.
a convicted felon that's not supposed to have a firearm.
Yeah.
Well,
You were in
hence the
possession
reason
of a
why
firearm
I
when
started
we
clearing
walked
my
out.
stuff out, and I got my G license. Well, I applied for my G
You
license.
can't get a G license if you have 13 felonies.
Now that Lugo's criminal history is clear, all of his lies start to fall apart. It becomes clear to the officers on scene that he isn't actually a licensed security guard. Lugo doesn't have a Class G security license. He just applied for one.
Well, I applied for my G license.
It wouldn't be lawful for him to carry around a firearm on the job without his Class G security license, not even mentioning his felonies.
You can't get a G license if you have 13 felonies.
While officers are still investigating him for police impersonation, he's caught his first charge: possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Under Florida's 1020 life law, a felon possessing a firearm has to serve a mandatory 3-year sentence regardless of whether they score prison. The officers on scene detain Lugo. It will only get worse for Lugo as they now have probable cause to search Lugo's vehicle. Just looking in the car reveals a ton of suspicious equipment.
Bro,
We can
look at
leave it
his
here.
setup.
He has a taser. He has a big knife here.
What does his ID say? What is that? That's a badge? Executive escorts. Chief officer?
I don't know what that means. I don't feel bad for him anymore.
In the front seat, Lugo has a taser, knife, and a CAD. Lugo also has a chief officer ID.
Chief officer? Executive escorts.
I don't know what that means.
Even though he's not a licensed security officer. But the most damning evidence against Lugo is found when officers search the back seat.
Oh, it's probably in here.
Yeah, it's probably in there.
Yes, sir. It's taken apart though. Look,
Yeah.
are we gonna take it like this?
Guess so. Oh. What?
Shotgun rounds?
Oh my god. Why though? Why? That's a soft carry.
Okay, so I guess we're taking these pieces.
Yeah.
Some of the illicit gear officers found in the back seat of Lugo's vehicle included a public safety officer vest, a firearm, and shotgun rounds. It's not legal for Lugo to own this gear or work as a security guard while unlicensed.
Let me ask you, today you're working as an armed security guard here.
Correct.
And with that, the officers have enough evidence to push for a charge of false impersonation. Following his arrest, Louis Lugo will face up to 20 years in prison for impersonation of a police officer and possession of a firearm. While Lugo was able to help officers arrest himself, our next suspect decided to take the law into his own hands by pulling another driver over. When officers at the Greenbelt, Maryland Police Department heard that the suspect was brandishing a gun and police badge at other drivers, they acted quickly. Using the license plate number the 911 caller, Esteban Ponce, provided on July 8, 2023, they were able to identify the driver of the Black Crown Victoria as 47-year-old Carl Colston Jr. When Ponce stopped near Greenbelt Road at Route 201, Colston attempted to detain him.
Parkway, I got a Hispanic male and a Chevy 2500 reckless driving.
I have video here.
But he fled when Ponce threatened to call the police. It's frightening to imagine why Colston would want to stop other drivers. Luckily, his vehicle was spotted by officers Kipke and Skibicki on July 13 at 9:10 p.m.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right, good. All right, go ahead and step out of here for a quick. Come back over here.
Marshall Colston.
I know. Put your radio up real quick. All right, put your hands behind your back real quick. I'll tell you in a minute, all right? You got me real quick. I'll tell you right in a minute, all right? I know, that's why I got 2 cups.
Judging by the handshake the self-assigned Marshall Colston is claiming to be,
Marshall Colston.
I know.
he doesn't expect to be detained as he steps from his vehicle. Notice his attention to detail in order to deceive the public, with his vehicle being a Crown Victoria, a standard police service vehicle in Maryland. And he's about to find out the reasoning for his detention.
I'll tell you in a minute, all right? All right, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
We are arrest warrant for you right now.
Arrest warrant.
Yeah, we'll tell you back in the car, all right?
Don't move.
It doesn't take long for Officer Kipke to confirm the story about Colston brandishing a weapon.
Do not move.
She immediately finds a firearm when searching Colston, although it's proved to be a BB gun.
Hey, I got a sec. It's a BB gun. Alright, look. This is a BB gun, it looks like.
It's a BB gun?
Yeah. But it's carrying it as a regular gun.
Alright.
This is...
Same thing.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's a BB gun.
Yeah.
In the state of Maryland, there is no direct law for this, so displaying the weapon in an intimidating manner, regardless of its ability to be lethal or not, leaves Colston open to receiving a reckless endangerment charge, punishable by up to a 5-year jail sentence. And there is only more to find as the search continues.
I'm on my way to the
You got a warrant out for arrest, man.
For what?
Should tell you, man. Is that a badge? Yes.
With the seizure of Colston's fake badge, handcuffs, and unauthorized police radio, they have enough evidence to send him off for questioning.
When you take a seat, it's going to be a tight fit where you scoot back with your butt.
On further inspection of Colston's vehicle, it unearthed an array of phony police equipment, landing him charges of impersonating a police officer. And since he had an active unauthorized police radio, interference with emergency communication. Combined, they carry a maximum sentence of 7 years behind bars. Click the video on screen and watch as I delve further into more cases.